nightly business report.
Good evening. Tonight, a measure to create a regulating agency for internet gaming, floating casinos and offshore casinos in Colombo Port City has been approved by the Cabinet of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has welcomed 846,221 tourists, marking a 14.5% year-on-year growth compared to 739,171 arrivals during the same period last year. Today, Colombo stock market experienced a downturn, with the S&P SL20 falling 0.51% with a turnover of around 1 billion rupees. The share volume surpassed 36 million. And as Trump stepped up his criticism of Fed Chair Powell, worries about central bank independence arose amid the trade war and US markets plummeted. Good evening and thank you for joining us. Sri Lanka's cabinet has approved a new bill to establish regulatory agency overseeing online gaming, floating casinos and offshore casinos within the Colombo port city, according to an official government statement. Sri Lanka's cabinet has approved a bill to establish a regulatory agency for online gaming, floating casinos and offshore casinos in the Colombo port city. The new entity will also oversee onshore casinos, as announced by cabinet spokesman Minister Nalinda Jayatissa. The bill is set to be published in the Government Gazette and presented to the Parliament following a memorandum submitted by President Anurakkumara Dissanayake, who serves as the Minister of Finance and Planning. Currently, Sri Lanka's casinos are largely unregulated, though some regulations including license and entrance fees have been introduced. The creation of this regulatory body aims to streamline oversight and ensure compliance with local laws. This move is part of broad efforts to boost the local economy while maintaining control over the gaming industry. The proposed legislation is expected to bring clarity and structure to the sector. Sri Lanka and the United Arab Emirates have signed an agreement to create the UAE-Sri Lanka Joint Business Council. The memorandum of understanding was exchanged in the presence of Sri Lanka's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Vijitha Herath, and UAE's Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Abdullah bin Zayed. The council aims to foster stronger business ties and enhance economic cooperation between the two nations. The discussions between Herath and bin Zayed also covered various issues of mutual interest. This collaboration seeks to promote trade, investment and opportunities for businesses in both countries. The signing of the MOU expected to further strengthening the bilateral relationship between Sri Lanka and the UAE. Sri Lanka has welcomed 846,221 tourists, marking a 14.5% year-on-year growth compared to 739,171 arrivals during the same period last year. Sri Lanka has seen a 14.5% year-on-year growth in tourist arrivals, reaching 846,221 as of April 20th, 2025. The first 20 days of April witnessed a 19.9% surge in arrivals, with 123,945 tourists compared to 103,387 during the same period last year. Despite this positive growth, the country still faces a challenge in meeting its annual target of 3 million tourists. To achieve this, Sri Lanka must attract 2.15 million more visitors over the next 8 months, averaging 269,000 per month. To tackle seasonal dips, the government plans to boost arrivals during the lean May-September period with targeted campaigns and improved air connectivity. India remains the largest source market, contributing 20% of arrivals in April, followed by UK and Russia. Bangladesh showed the highest growth in arrivals, while China experienced a decline, reflecting the dynamic nature of Sri Lanka's tourist market. Sri Lanka has decided to increase the permissible tire load three-wheelers to 650 kilograms following requests from local manufacturers and converters. Cabinet spokesperson Nalinda Jayatissa confirmed that the revision was made in response to the need to include the weight of battery system for electric three-wheelers. Under the current Motor Traffic Act, the tire load were three-wheelers is set at 500 kilograms. However, with the addition of components like air conditioning, brake systems and a more powerful battery for electric models, the government has agreed to amend the law. The change aims to support the growing electric three-wheeler market in Sri Lanka. This move will benefit both manufacturers and converters, providing more flexibility in the production and conversion of electric three-wheelers. Let's take a short break now. This is the Nightly Business Report. Welcome back to the Nightly Business Report. Sri Lanka's stock market saw a decline today, with the S&P SL20 dropping 0.5%. Share volume reached over 36 million, with a turnover nearing 1 billion rupees. The market remains under amid pressure, uncertain economic conditions. Investors are closely monitoring upcoming economic data for further insights. We speak with Akna Thenakon from First Capital Holdings.
Thank you, Prasansa. So much like yesterday, the Colombo Stock Exchange remained stagnant today amid subdued activity. The SPI climbed during the early hours of today's session but dropped soon after and stayed volatile through the today's session. The index ended the day in the red, having shed about 44 points and standing at 15,556 by the close. The banking sector exerted noteworthy adverse pressure on the SPI, with Commercial Bank, HNB and NDB emerging within the top negative contributors alongside Haley's and John Keel's holdings. Turnover stayed below the 1 billion rupee threshold, ending the day at 991.4 million rupees. This is significantly lower than the monthly average, which stands at 2.6 billion rupees. In terms of contribution to turnover, the capital goods sector took the lead with a share of 27%. This was followed by the banking sector and the food, beverage and tobacco sector, which produced a joint contribution of 30%. Thank you.
Sri Lanka's Purchasing Managers Index for manufacturing reached a 4-year high of 63.9 in March this year, driven by strong seasonal demand. The increase was fueled by growth in new orders and production, particularly in the food, beverages and textile sectors. For further insights, we speak with Dimantha Matthews from First Capital Holdings.
Thanks, Prasansa. So, if we are looking at the purchasing managers indices for the manufacturing and the services side, if you first take the manufacturing side, we are seeing a 4-year high in terms of the purchasing managers index. So, 63.9 points is what has been recorded for the month of March 2025. According to the latest figures. So this is coming out of the mainly because of the new orders that has significantly increased coming from the food and beverages sector and also the apparel and textile sector. So we are seeing a lot of new orders coming in, and all across the board the sub indices have performed significantly well in the month of March. And if you next move into the services side of the purchasing managers index, again we are seeing a very high level of index value. 69.8 points has been recorded, a significant expansion in the month of March, and this is coming primarily out of the one thing is the financial services segment with the lower interest rates and significant increase in lending activities. We are seeing a surge in financial services activities. In addition to that, because of the high level of consumer demand that is rapidly now increasing, we are seeing the wholesale and retail trade also significantly expanding. So both these segments are the ones that are supporting the index to increase a significant level. So new employment in both segments have shown gradual improvement in the manufacturing and also the services segment. Again, across the board, we are seeing the service expansions happen in the all the sub indices as well. So new businesses on both ends have significantly increased, and this is likely to translate into better GDP growth for the first quarter. Thank you.
Gold prices briefly surged to an all-time high above $3,500 per ounce today, following U.S. President Donald Trump's criticism of Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. Spot gold was up 1.5% at $3,474.41 an ounce. After briefly touching $3,500.05, the remarks triggered concerns among investors, leading to a spike in demand for the safe haven asset. U.S. gold futures also saw significant gains, rising 1.8% to $3,485.10. The price surge reflects growing uncertainty in financial markets, with investors flocking to gold amid the ongoing tensions between Trump and the Federal Reserve. This surge in gold prices marks a new milestone in the precious metals performance. Oil prices rose today as investors covered short positions following sharp losses in the previous session. Brent crude futures climbed 0.6% to $66.68 a barrel, while the expiring U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude contract for May rose 0.7% to $63.53. The more actively traded WTI June contract was also up 0.7%, reaching $62.86 a barrel. Despite today's gains, concerns remained over potential demand weakness due to U.S. monetary policy and tariff-related economic headwinds. Both Brent and WTI fell over 2% on Monday amid optimism over revived U.S.-Iran nuclear deal talks, which ease supply concerns. Investors remain cautious as geopolitical developments and economic policy signals continue to influence oil market sentiment. The Sri Lankan rupee saw a slight depreciation against the US dollar today. As per the latest data from the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, both the buying and selling rates of the US dollar have increased, reflecting a minor weakening of the local currency. In addition to the US dollar, the rupee also declined against a basket of other major foreign currencies, including several Gulf currencies. Let's take a closer look at how the Sri Lankan rupee is performing against key global currencies in today's trading landscape. A short break now. This is the Nightly Business Report. Welcome back. Citrus Boskadua and Pearl Bay have announced a strategic relationship to redefine leisure experiences in Sri Lanka, combining their unique offerings to elevate hospitality in the region.
Citrus Boskadua and Pearl Bay have entered a strategic partnership to offer guests a unique blend of relaxation and adventure in the country. The collaboration enables guests to enjoy exclusive packages combining beachfront stays at Citrus Boskadua with thrilling experiences at Pearl Bay's world-class water park and karting track. Located just 30 minutes apart, this partnership provides an ideal escape for both tranquility and excitement. Chandana Thalwatta, Executive Director and CEO of Citrus Leisure PLC, expressed pride in the collaboration, highlighting the effort to meet the evolving expectations of today's travellers. Gripson Hopakotua, who is the Executive Director and CEO of David Piris Leisure Private Limited, emphasized seamless integration of hospitality and leisure to create unforgettable experiences. Citrus Boskadua, located along Sri Lanka's southern coastline, offers a luxury beachfront resort with elegant rooms and modern amenities. Pearl Bay, home to Sri Lanka's only water park built to European standards, provides high adrenaline fun alongside top-tier safety measures for families.
Dialogue Enterprise has partnered with the National Chamber of Exporters as the official digital technology partner to enhance Sri Lankan exporters' digital capabilities. This collaboration aims to equip exporters with cutting-edge digital solutions to boost efficiency, innovation and competitiveness in the global markets. With Sri Lanka targeting $18 billion in export earnings in 2025, Dialogue Enterprise will support NCE members through tailored technology solutions, training programs and digital transformation initiatives. The partnership will empower a range of industries including SMEs, manufacturers and apparel exporters by providing tools like cloud services, cybersecurity and IoT solutions. Additionally, Dialogue Enterprise and NCE will organize training sessions and industry events to ensure exporters stay ahead of technological advancements and best practices. This collaboration underscores Dialogue Enterprises' commitment to driving digital transformation and supporting Sri Lankan businesses in the global marketplace. Sealand Total Solutions have completed Lion Brewery's first sustainability-focused warehousing and distribution centre in just 100 days, marking a major step in eco-friendly logistics innovation.
Sealand Total Solutions has successfully built Lion Brewery's first sustainability-focused warehouse and distribution centre in Tangol with just 100 days. The eco-friendly facility, constructed partly from repurposed shipping containers, reflects a strong commitment to reducing waste and carbon emissions. Interior fittings feature recycled brewery waste material and solar power installation has been proposed to further enhance energy sustainability. Additional green features include electric forklifts, rainwater harvesting systems and energy-efficient lighting to support an eco-conscious supply chain. The project, executed by Sealine's out-of-the-box brand, sets a new benchmark for sustainable warehousing in the country. Lion Brewery emphasized that this innovative facility aligns with their strategic goals and strengthens the unique route-to-market approach.
New Vista has deployed a Microsoft ERP solution for groundwork partners to enhance operational efficiency in the real estate sector. The new system, powered by Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, consolidates data into a single platform, improving decision-making and business visibility. Groundwork partners aim to streamline operations, ensure regulatory compliance, and improve cash flow management through this integrated ERP system. The platform's real-time data and user-friendly dashboards prove valuable insights and procurement inventory and finance, enabling proactive market responses. NeoVista's expertise in ERP deployment has helped Groundwork gain a competitive edge, allowing for scalable growth and smooth onboarding of new entities. Kasun Andrahenadi, founder MD of Groundwork Partners, praised New Vista for its deep understanding of their needs and commitment to delivering a tailored solution. ITC Ratnadeepa celebrates its first anniversary in Sri Lanka with special offers and personalized services for guests, running until April 30th, 2025. The hotel is marking its milestone after its successful debut in Colombo last year.
ITC Ratnadeepa marks its first anniversary in Sri Lanka with a special 25 on 25 promotion, offering guests 25% discount at all restaurants and bars on the 25th of April this year. The promotion includes exclusive offers at hotels' acclaimed dining spots, including the Islander, Yijing, Peshwari, Avarthana and the Indian Ocean Pavilion. Guests can enjoy fresh seafood at the Islander, Chinese delicacies at Yijing and traditional Indian cuisine at Peshwari, among other gourmet experiences. The anniversary celebration also includes a special spa offer with an additional 30 minutes added to the 60-minute classical spa ritual at Kaya Kalp, available until the 30th of April. Sujit Kumar, General Manager of ITC Ratnadeepa, expressed gratitude to guests for their support and trust over the past year, emphasizing the hotel's commitment to exceeding expectations. The hotel, with 352 guest rooms and world-class amenities, has redefined luxury and MICE experiences in Colombo. Looking ahead, ITC Ratnadeepa is poised to continue offering exceptional experiences, further enhancing Colombo's skyline and hospitality landscape.
HNB PLC has donated 2 ambulances to the 1990 Swissaria Foundation, enhancing Sri Lanka's emergency medical services. The official handover ceremony was attended by HNB Managing Director CEO Damit Pallewatta and senior officials. Pallewatta emphasized the importance of timely medical care and HNB's commitment to strengthening the national emergency response network. Suhan De Silva, CEO of the 1990 Swissaria Foundation, expressed gratitude for HNB's support in expanding the foundation services. The donation will help improve the accessibility of life-saving pre-hospital care and ensure quicker emergency response times. HNB's contribution is a significant step in supporting the sustainability and growth of the 1990 Swissaria Foundation's operations. Let's take a short commercial break. Global business updates coming on the other side. This is the Nightly Business Report. Welcome back to the Nightly Business Report. Asian stocks traded in a narrow range today as investors remain cautious due to ongoing trade tariff concerns and US President Donald Trump's criticism of Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. China's Shanghai Shenzhai CSI 300 and Shanghai Composite indexes remain flat, while Hong Kong Hang Seng Index dropped by 0.5% following the long weekend. Japan's Nikkei 225 index fell 0.1%, while the Topix index stayed flat, with export-heavy sectors under pressure from a strong yen. In broad Asia, Australia's ASX 200 remained unchanged ahead of the release of PMI readings, while South Korea's KOSPI rose slightly before the GDP data was released later this week. Singapore's Straits Times Index stood out with a 1.2% rally, driven by investors seeking safety in local bank stocks amid economic uncertainty. Futures for India's Nifty 50 index pointed to a positive open after it surged more than 1% in the previous session. US stocks suffered steep losses as President Donald Trump ramped up his attacks on FED Chair Jerome Powell, prompting investors to worry about the central bank's independence, even as they grapple with the effects of Trump's ongoing erratic trade war.
U.S. stocks suffered steep losses on Monday, with all 3 of Wall Street's main indexes falling more than 2%. President Donald Trump ramped up his criticism of Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, calling him a loser and demanding he lower interest rates. Yields on the 10-year Treasury note rose and the U.S. dollar slumped. Trump's attacks were the latest to rattle investors who have for months grappled with the president's ongoing erratic trade policy. Among individual stocks, AI heavyweight NVIDIA dropped 4.5% after Reuters reported that Huawei Technologies plan to begin mass shipments of an advanced AI chip to customers in China as early as next month. Shares of Tesla dropped roughly 6% a day ahead of its first quarter earnings results, and after Reuters reported that the production launch of its stripped-down version of the Model Y was delayed. Other notable earnings this week include fellow Magnificent Seven member Alphabet, along with high-profile industrials Boeing and 3M. Analysts expect aggregate first-quarter S&P 500 earnings growth of 8.1% year-over-year, down from the 12.2% growth projected at the beginning of the quarter, according to LSEG.
Huawei plans to begin mass shipments of its advanced 910C artificial intelligence chip to Chinese customers as early as next month.
Chinese companies have been scrambling to find a domestic replacement for NVIDIA's H20 chip, which the Silicon Valley giant had until recently been able to sell freely to the Chinese market. The Trump administration, seeking to limit China's technological development, told NVIDIA this month that sales of its H20 chip would require an export license. Huawei declined to comment on what it called speculation about shipment plans for the 910C and its capabilities. NVIDIA's most advanced AI chips, like its flagship B200, have been banned altogether by the Trump administration from being sold to China. This has allowed Huawei and Chinese tech startups to go after what has primarily been a market dominated by NVIDIA.
That's all from us on the Nightly Business Report for today. We will see you again tomorrow with the latest updates in the business globe. Until then, I'm Prashansa Gunawardana. Thank you for watching and have a good night.